If you live in the increasingly scary place called the European Union, get ready because starting in September, you'll be asked to start carrying a European vaccine card. Now, this was first reported about 2 weeks ago, but now we have a date when this is going to be rolled out, which is in September, and it will prove your status in time for Pandemic 2.0. So make sure that you have this new card that will bring crisis under control. Yes, you want to travel? Show us your card. You want to enter a shopping center? Show us your brand new European Union card. And don't worry, it'll be digital as well, so all you need to do is scan it to enter your movie theater, your grocery store, your bus terminal, your train station. Of course, we warned you that this was coming. We warned you that this was coming, of course, when they did the rollout of the DIA app in Ukraine as a test bed for making sure that you have all of this information digitized and the government would control all of that. So here we take a look at this. The latest version of New Zealand's pandemic plan, which serves as a blueprint for the rest of the world.
So like he just described, it's not currently in the US right now, but this is the system that Revelation talks about. We know the mark of the beast is about worship and coming against God's laws, but there needs to be a system because Revelation talks.
If you live in the increasingly scary place called the European Union, get ready because starting in September, you'll be asked to start carrying a European vaccine card. Now, this was first reported about 2 weeks ago, but now we have a date when this is going to be rolled out, which is in September, and it will prove your status in time for Pandemic 2.0. So make sure that you have this new card that will bring crisis under control. Yes, you want to travel? Show us your card. You want to enter a shopping center? Show us your brand new European Union card. And don't worry, it'll be digital as well, so all you need to do is scan it to enter your movie theater, your grocery store, your bus terminal, your train station. Of course, we warned you that this was coming. We warned you that this was coming, of course, when they did the rollout of the DIA app in Ukraine as a test bed for making sure that you have all of this information digitized and the government would control all of that. So here we take a look at this. The latest version of New Zealand's pandemic plan, which serves as a blueprint for the rest of the world.
So like he just described,
for making sure that you
peep the play. All right, I'm gonna give all praises, glory, honor, and power that's due to Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shah, Bashim Kakadash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles at Great Millstone. All right, those who were willing to learn this truth from. And salutations to the brothers stiffly pushing this one truth in all sincerity and diligence, risking both your lives and freedoms to do so. And shalom to the rest of the elect as we all await the second Exodus coming quickly by the hands of Lord Yahweh Shah. All right, as you can see, you know, we got the WHO that just went out and declared the MPOX a global public health emergency. Okay, now they've detected cases of the MPOX in wastewater in San Francisco, and I believe over there in the East Coast as well. And I believe they said New York or New Jersey, one of those. So that thing is spreading like a wildfire. And at the same time, you have it to where the EU, all right, come September, 5 countries are going to be piloting this EU jab card. I'm gonna just say it like that. That card, okay? Which, as you see in the video I just played for you, this particular card that shows proof of your jab or not, it's gonna be able to be in digital format, you know, which is all by design. Okay, just like what happened 4 years ago. You know, if you wanted to get into the restaurants, you know, the theaters, you know, the sports games, the stadiums, pretty much wherever you wanted to go, you had to show them proof that you was juiced up. You know, you had to show proof you was juiced up and you was pretty much on board with the system, which, like we've been warning you people over and over again, that no, the jab wasn't the mark. Okay, that was not the mark of the beast, but it was like it was a runner-up, a forerunner, pretty much, you know, them devils seeing, you know, who was going to comply. You know, you had what they said, we had to reach herd immunity. And I believe you had to get so nearly 75% of the people over here, you know, to get juiced up for them to want to open back up. So, you know, a lot of these Babylonians are definitely juiced up. Okay, now we know that wasn't the mark. That was pretty much a forerunner. Okay, they're going to pretty much follow the same footprint. Okay, as we're looking at another Pandemic 2.0, another potential lockdown, especially surrounding this election. Okay, you know, these devils are going to come with the same push But the only difference, okay, this time it's going to be enforced with the military, and as a matter of fact, they had this article up. Let me scroll.
Ukraine as a test. Your grocery store, your bus terminal, your train station. Of course, we warned you that this was coming. We warned you that this was coming, of course, when they did the rollout of the DIA app in Ukraine as a test bed for making sure that you have all of this information digitized and the government would control all of that. So here we take a look at this. The latest version of New Zealand's pandemic plan, which serves...
See that? It says Pandemic 2.0 will see police, NATO forcing the world to get juiced, which, we know this time around, they're going to have the military and whatnot enforcing it. Okay, for the simple fact that people aren't going to lay down and just go with another global pandemic, man. Okay, everybody's already saying they're not going to comply. We're not going to do it, yada, yada, yada. So this is why the push of the whole MPOX, and these different diseases is going to really be taking people out. Okay, and when they do, they're gonna once again make it to where you got to take the juice, and this time around, have it to where you got to have digital proof of that you have taken it, man. Digital proof, because you got to remember that was the whole narrative they was going with anyways, is that, oh well, cash, if you touch cash, you touch quarters and coins and pennies, you're just gonna keep spreading it. So we got to have it to where there doesn't need to be a contact, no human to human touch. You could just scan the QR code, right? Which really goes into what? Scanning that chip that's going to be in your hand, man. Once again, this shit may start off, they talking about this card, this EU jab card, which going to be a digital certificate of your jab. All right. Yeah, it may start off like that initially, but pay attention, man. Look at Australia. They're like one of the first ones to they're one of the first ones to pretty much pass their digital ID system into law. Matter of fact, let's look that up real brief. See, yeah, digital ID bill was passed. See that? The Digital ID Bill 2024 and Digital ID Transitional and Consequential Provisions Bill 2024 passed in the Senate in March and has now passed the House of Representatives. This is a huge milestone for the program, has been in the works for many years. All right. And that's Australia. So once again, as we continue to warn you, right, based on the evidence and everything these devils show and tell us, right, based on, paying attention, you're going to have a digital ID, man. You're going to have a digital ID, which is going to be pretty much your digital identity. It's going to house your the proof of the jab. It's going to house your social security number. And that's why, no coincidence, they just went out and said like 2.9 billion people, or something like that, 2.9 million or whatever the number was, social security number just got hacked. So this is going to be a extra layer of security, quote unquote. You're going to have this digital ID. It's going to have your SSN number on there. It's going to have your wallet on there. It's going to have your passport on there. It's going to have the proof of the jab on there. The jab is pretty much just the thing that they're using to kind of push and force this mark on the people, man. That's what I'm realizing. Like, it's one of the main things. We know an economic collapse is coming as well, which all these nations are moving towards digital money, cryptos and digital currencies. But they can use this jab because if you remember the movie that went out a couple years ago called Implanted, which I don't want to play it because of copyright reasons. But if you look up that trailer, if you look up Implanted and you look up that trailer on YouTube, it's going to have a lot of words that quickly flash on the screen. And it's all about being implanted with a microchip. And the words that flash, it goes into, it's been so long since I watched it, but I don't want to play it because I don't want to get a copyright. But it goes into, pretty sure it goes into banking. It goes into health. It goes into everything that's going to be in that chip, man. It's going to be, once again, like your proof of the jab, your SSN, your wallet, your digital money, everything's going to be on there. Okay. So like everything's going to be on there, man. So this is what they're using pretty much to, once they lock this shit down again, we know these devils are about to have an economic collapse take place, a black swan event. All right. A global collapse of these economies. And this is the system that you're not going to be able to buy or sell unless you take this man's mark. And don't think for 1 second it's just gonna be this little card, this little digital card that or app you can pull up on your phone. And no, man, it's gonna go inside of you. See, but let's read a little bit of this article about a defender. It says it's about your money. It says new EU jab card will be used to control access to banking other services. See, and this all ties into the social credit score, the carbon footprint. Everything is tied in, man. Everything is tied into this mark. Okay, this is their new beast system to totally track you, surveil you, monitor you, control your money, control everything you fucking do. All right, you go against the status quo, you're getting docked. You use too much carbon for the month, you're getting docked. You speak about something they don't want you talking about, you're getting docked. Okay, you get on a red list. You get on a fucking red list or the whatever the fuck, yellow list, man. That's what's about to happen. Okay. It's about your money. New EU jab card will be used to control access to banking and other services. Dutch attorney Mike Terrace joined the defender in depth this week to discuss the EU's plan for a European jab card, the planned similarities to the EU's digital juice certificate, the global push toward digital ID, and implications for health and medical freedom. And that's what they are pushing. They're pushing this under the guise of quote unquote health and medical freedom. But at the end of the day, man, what these nations are doing globally is looking for to push digital IDs on you, man. Okay, everything's going to be digitized, digital money, digital passport, okay, digital wallet, digital, like I said, digital money, digital jab. See, every that's what it's all leading to, man. It's really already here. They're already doing it. Okay, so it's only a matter of time, man. It says Dutch attorney Mike Terrace joined the defender. I just read that. It says the EU has pioneered the development of digital jab passports. Will next month launch a test run of its new EVC in 5 countries: Belgium, Germany, Greece, Latvia, and Portugal. Okay. The card purports to foster informed decision-making on jabs and improve continuity of care across the EU, aims to empower individuals by consolidating all their juice data in one easily accessible location. There you have it. That's what it's all about. They're going to push this shit under the guise of convenience, under the guise of ease. I mean, when you think about it, it will be easy to, when you think about it, when you leave the house, you got to grab your phone, you got to grab your wallet, you got to grab your keys, you got to grab, this and that. Okay. This new system these devils send up, you'd be able to get in your car with this damn chip. Open your car, go into you scan into your job. You got jobs where you got to badge in. You just scan your hand, man. Scan your hand to pay for your food. Scan your hand to do this. And all of your information, all of your data, your identification, it's all stored in one easy, convenient place, man. It says in one easily accessible location. It says while the objectives of the program set to be implemented through the EU by 2026 appear benign, critics argue that EVC is a stepping stone for mandatory jabs in the future. Yeah, no coincidence now they're talking about a global public health emergency with the MPOX. So all this shit's by design, man. And I pray these devils just hurry up and do it, man. Just hurry up, lock this shit down again, hurry up and blow these numbers out of proportion and just get this shit rolling, man. Like, they talk about 2026 and Agenda 2030. Like, these devils, nobody said you have that long, man. Y'all moving too slow, honestly, which I know it's all by design or it's all ordained by the Most High. But it's like, for these devils to be so adamant about setting this system up, they moving very sloppy, man, and they really trying to move this way because they don't want the people to instantly revolt and riot and go crazy. But it's going to happen anyways, man. See, so some also argue that EVC is connected to a large financial interest and plans to limit personal and national sovereignty, and that's exactly what it's doing. We know what they're doing with this B system, man. Taking away your rights, man. They said it. They said you're gonna own nothing and be happy, man. The plan is to get everybody juiced, right? For Terror's efforts to launch the EVC are at their root about digital ID. Yeah. You get a digital ID where all your where all your jab records are stored. All your personal details are stored in one place. You can move it easily from one country to another without having to redo or reapply. See that? So basically, it's about a digital ID and then a link from your personal ID to your medical records on Juice. See, so this is why it's a global system. Okay, all both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond. No matter where you at, all across the world, you'll be able to travel. You'll be able to go anywhere. It's one system. It's a one B system that's been set up globally. That's why That's why you just had major. When Japan's stocks collapsed, you had China's major banks collapsed. Major banks in China collapsed. Right. You had the stock market over here crashed. Had the worst crash since 2020, since the pandemic started. Banks are continuing to crash. See, all this is happening by design, man. Motherfuckers getting hit with cyber attacks. See, because real soon they about to pull the plug on this shit, man. They're gonna crash these economies, and this is gonna be the system that's set up. Yeah, you ain't gonna be able to buy or sell, all right, without submitting to this new digital identification B system. It says Taror said that while the idea of having one's medical records easily accessible and transferable sounds benign, the plan is to get everybody juiced and to kind of overrule constitutional rights. Yeah, that's what it's about, right? So I'm not going to read all of it. I'll put it in the description box. Right, but those of us in the know, man, we can see exactly what was about to happen. All right, the writing is on the wall at this point, man. Once again, when you see the word digital ID, you honestly might as well equate that with the MOTB, man, because it's what it's gonna be housed on. It's gonna be the backbone of it. Digital ID is gonna be all of your information stored, all of your data stored in that mark, man. Okay, and look, they trying to show you that it's gonna be a QR code, it's gonna be an app on the phone. Nah, that's not how it start off. Initially, but we know what the prophecy states. So let's grab that, and I'm gonna go ahead and close out because we're close, man. We're closer now than ever, man. It ain't gonna be too much longer now. We just waiting on the Black Swan event. We just waiting on them to go ahead and crash this current system, which they're in the process of doing it. This is Revelation 13:16. It says, and he calls it all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. Elon Musk that's looking to do new trials on more humans. They've already done successful ones before. Now they want to do more. You got people walking around with this technology and chips inside of them already, man. Look it up. This is it. This is happening, man. This is happening. It's just going to get to the point where they're going to mandate it and cause you to require it for you to participate in this new system, just like they required herd immunity to be reached by causing 75% of the people over here to take the juice. It's gonna be the same type of shit, man. They're gonna have the military this time around. They got martial law, because they're gonna cause all hell to break loose, so they could look like they're the savior when introducing this and bringing this shit about. It says he calls it all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, man. And then no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. Okay. Which goes into this man's digital ID B system. Okay. All right. And when like I said, you look at Australia, you look at Europe. I mean, these places, they're going forth with it, man. They're doing this shit, And I advise you to look up that movie, Implanted, because it's going into this exact principle, man. The mark is evident what the mark is, man. If you ain't pushing out the mark and you call yourself a man of the Lord, man, and you're not going into what the mark truly is. I mean, you got Christians, you got people like this woman in front of you, man. Now, she didn't go out and say it's the implantable micro C-hip, but they obviously understand this current financial system is gonna crash and a new financial system is gonna be set up. And when it's set up, you will have to take something. All right, you will have to put something inside of yourself to be able to participate. See, now we know it wasn't the jab. You got people saying, you said it was the jab was the mark. No, we know it wasn't the jab. All right, but at the end of the day, you got a lot of Christians that even know what the MOTB is, man. So yeah, we're close, man, and we know with them pushing for another pandemic and shit, man. It's only a matter of time before we see this shit pushed at an exponential rate. So Lord willing, they're going ahead and hurry the hell up with it. But I'm going to close out and give all praises to Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah, DTA Baba Ball, Shalom.